Now, what I want to talk about is something that I have, received a while back, but I needed confirmation to be sure of what I was talking about. And then I got the confirmation recently when I was reading the Open Heavens, Pastor Adeboye's Open Heavens. And this is the thing: as a worshiper, when you worship God in truth and spirit, your worship is like an incense that goes up to God, like smoke that goes up to God. Whenever you are in a place of worship, remember you can only worship in spirit and in truth. No other way, only in spirit and in truth, right? So when you worship, your worship goes up to God. Now, what does that mean? God is on his throne. When you are worshiping or praising God, what is happening in the spirit is that your heart and your soul is being elevated into a place to where God is. Like smoke that rises up, your heart and soul is being elevated, your spirit is being elevated to the level where God is. Your heart is raised, your spirit is raised into a level where you see God closer. The more you worship, the more closer you feel with him. And then this is why it is a good thing. This is why it is important to praise God. Because when you praise God, I have received this word long time ago too. When you praise God, you can pray better and you can pray more. Deep prayer comes from deep worship. You can only pray some kind of deep prayers only when you have set a ground of deep worship, set a foundation of deep worship. And when I mean set a foundation, that means you have worshipped so much that your spirit and your soul is raised. Then when they say my soul worships the Lord, now some people, they just worship, they just praise, they just mad, they just like dancing and listen. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But then your soul, when your soul worships the Lord, your entire being is in oneness, in adoration and worshiping of the Lord Most High. So your heart is raised, your spirit is raised into the throne. And when your heart is raised in praise, in worship, there is no protocols, because there is no protocol will ever come between the praises of God and God. So when you are praising God, there is no protocol that will stop. Your heart is being raised and being raised and being raised until you reach a place with God. Now, of course, there are deeper, there are higher levels where you can reach with God, because God is infinite. But then the more of God that you see, the more of God that you'll be able to worship, and then you'll be able to. And then when you have this presence, when you have this level of presence with him, you can now pray in a way that the prayer is to be more of a conversation. It's be more of a meaningful conversation than you just praying everything that you need. Right?